the West. If it's your first time on this channel, you are highly, highly welcome. This is a place where we'll separate the facts from the fiction, the science from the superstition, and the concept from the misconceptions about African spirituality. Today, I will be talking about the topic of incests and cheating in African cultures, the effects in African spirituality, and the knows or what's the rules of relationships in African spirituality. This topic is actually requested by a subscriber, and they want to know if our cousins within the same family can have relationship together, and if there is any kind of repercussion. I'll first of all talk about this according to the best of my knowledge in African cultures across Africa. Cousins are really not allowed to get married or have sexual relationship. It is an abomination. What you will find in most African cultures is that people from the same family are really not allowed. They cannot have sexual relationship with each other, except they are from the third generation. They are third generation cousins. So it is a taboo in many cultures in Africa for children of brothers, of uncles, of nieces, cousins and nieces. They cannot have relationship. The first cousin, the second cousin, second generation, they are not allowed to have sexual relationship because they are so close. It is only the third cousin, the third generation cousins, those ones can be allowed to have relationship because they are like 3 generations apart. So those ones can get married because it is far from each other. Okay. Then there are some families that will not even allow that. Some we say 4th generation or 5th generation. I've seen 5th generation families that can only get married. But for my own side, the part of West Africa that I come from, third cousins or third generation cousins are allowed to get married from mother side and father side. And I believe that is for most families across Africa and across the world. So this is what is obtainable in African cultures. Only third generation cousins are allowed to get married. So if you are an African person in diaspora and you find yourself in a kind of relationship with a cousin, first or second generation cousin, it is not good. It's a wrong thing to do. It is considered too close for comfort because it's basically the same family. How are you going to describe the relationship that I am dating my father's brother's son? It doesn't really make sense. It is too close, just too close. So they don't allow that in African cultures in Africa. They don't allow it. It is even considered an abomination. So if you find yourself in that kind of relationship, please break it. Stop the relationship because it brings causes and problems to the family and to the people involved. First of all, it's a taboo in Africa. It's a very, very serious taboo that if cousins are discovered to be having relationships, it's a serious, serious problem. So if you find yourself in that kind of entanglement, please don't do it. In African cultures, if they catch you people that you are cousins, you are having sexual relationships, brother and sister are having sexual relationship, it is an abomination. What they will do is that they will call you people out, and they are going to do a ceremony, a cleansing ceremony, a very deep cleansing ceremony, which will involve the sacrifice or the killing of a live goat, a black goat. They are going to bring a goat, bring you guys, sit you in the center of the Ogwa. That is the place where they hold meetings in the community. Then this is after they have disciplined you people. Sometimes may involve flogging or corporal punishment. Then they are going to kill a goat. Then they will cut the ears of the goat, and the people involved have to eat the goat ears raw. Some cultures will use dog. They will cut the ears of a dog. Then the people that did the abominable act will have to eat the ears of that animal. What this symbolizes that it is goats and dogs that don't mind having sex with their brothers and sisters, having sex anyhow. So that spirits have to be washed out of your body, have to be washed out of those people's body. So they have to perform this ceremony where they will force them to eat the goat ears. They are going to eat it raw so that the sin that they have committed will not affect their future generation and will not affect them in life. And that's evil spirits that got into them to make them perform that act. We leave their body. We will be taken away from them. So it's a very serious crime. It's a very serious abominable crime, a very serious taboo for brothers and sisters to have sex in Africa. For cousins to engage in sexual relationships is a very serious taboo. So if you are caught doing that, they have to do this cleansing ceremony, and both of you will have to eat the ears of a black goat to cleanse you of that sin, of that evil spirit. Okay, this is how it is done in Africa, even till today. If you ask anybody from Africa, they will tell you exactly the same thing that I'm telling you, that it is wrong. It is only third generation cousins that are allowed to get married in African cultures. Only third generation. First cousins are not allowed. Second generations are not allowed. It's only the third generation cousins that are allowed to get married. Okay. So this is the way we do it in West Africa here. You can ask anybody, they will tell you the same thing, exactly the same thing I'm telling you on this channel right now. So please, if you find yourself involved in this kind of relationship as an African, or you see or think your cousin is having a crush on you, or you're having a crush on your cousin, please get rid of that crush. It is not a good thing. That is an evil crush. It does not work for us. Do not allow that thing to happen. It's an abomination. Okay, this is the kind of act that when you people perform it, it will bring curses. It will bring the wrath of the ancestors upon you. The spirits guiding the family, they will be very, very offended, and they will punish. They will have to punish you people. Those kind of acts will bring lack of progress to your life. It will bring lack of finance. It will bring hardship and suffering to your life, because it's an abominable act. It is a sacrilege against the land, against the community, against the people, against the family. It's a act of sacrilege that will bring no good thing except causes and problems in the life of that person. Okay, so this is on the topic of incest in African spirituality. We don't do this in African spirituality. Incest is an abomination. Father sleeping with daughter, it's a big, big, big abomination in Africa. If you are caught doing that, you will face the full penalty. Most times, the person will be ostracized, will be chased, you will be banished from that community if they see any man doing that sort of thing. After the beating and the whipping, you're not only eating the goat ear, that man will be banished. You can even be banished from the family. You'll be cursed never to return back. You'll be rejected by the people. Everybody's going to reject you. You become an outcast for doing that. So it's a very big, big, big abomination. Okay? It's a very big abomination, not to be encouraged, not to be tolerated. and not to be hidden. You must expose it, and they must deal with it, and they must punish the offender. It's a very big crime. We don't tolerate that in Africa. Even the ones that are Christians, they don't even tolerate that kind of behavior. It's a big abomination. Okay. So if you see anybody doing that kind of thing, please report them. Even according to the law of the land, it's an abomination. Report them to the police, report them to the appropriate authorities so that they will deal with them. That is not African culture. That is not African tradition or spirituality. It's a big abomination. Okay. Or cheating a relationship. This involve a situation whereby two people that are married, then one person, they are legally married, then one person is going outside to cheat, especially the wife. In African culture and tradition, polygamy is practice, is common, whereby a man will have more than one wife. African culture have always been polygamous. Has always been polygamous. With a man, you see a man having many wives, up to 50 wives sometimes, or more than one wife. So you can see a man having one wife, just one is okay. Some men are with one, some men are with two, three, four, depending on their capacity and their strength of being able to take care of the children and cater for them. If a man cheats in Africa, it is not much of it's not a crime. People don't see it as a crime. The culture does not see it as a crime, except that the man goes out to sleep with the wife of another man. That is when it is considered as a crime. But if the lady involved is a single girl, not related to the family, it is not seen as a crime. The woman is seen as a concubine or a mistress or a girlfriend. In African cultures, women are sort of seen as property of the man. So when a woman is married to the man, she kind of becomes the property of the man and also part of the man's family. So the way it works is that the woman cannot be able to go outside to sleep with another man because she's already married to one man and she's the property of that man. So if the woman goes out to sleep with another man, it's a very big crime in African cultures and tradition. It's a very big crime. So they take it very, very seriously. And if the situation is exposed or the woman is caught in that kind of situation, too, they also perform a rite of cleansing in the sense that the cause or the impurity that have come upon the woman have to be removed from the body of the woman. So in some cases, they also bring out the goat as well, a black goat, and they cut off the head of the goat, and she is also forced to eat the ears of the goat as well in some cultures. Then some other cultures have a way of doing this thing, but the one I know of, they eat the goat ear. Then they do some things to remove that spirit or that thing from her, and she continue with the marriage. Then sometimes they also table this matter to ask why, to know the purpose of why she went out of the marriage to sleep with another man. Then they try to resolve the case amicably. If it is due to the fault of the husband, they will still punish the husband or fine him. But if it is due to her fault, they will also punish her or fine her as well. That is the way they do it. Sometimes it can be due to the man. Maybe the man is not having time for her. The man is not doing his duty for her. That is why she went out. There's also cases of whereby men seduce her, or there are some women that like to go out, they try to find a situation that they resolve the situation amicably. So this is how it is done. The reason is that the belief in some cultures that if the woman goes out to be sleeping with other men, it is a very, very big taboo, and it brings curses upon the man, and it is not good. There have been cases whereby I have seen many cases whereby there is a couple. This case is not even a polygamous case. This is a man and a single woman just married. The man does not have any other wife, just one man, one wife. And when the woman goes out to sleep with other men, before you know, most times the man, the husband, will start having hard luck. Difficulties will start coming to the life of the man. Problems, lack of money, sickness will start coming to the life of the man. This is what I have observed that happens a lot when African women cheat on their men. The the thing is that it does not, the causes does not affect the women, but it always affects the men. Me and people, we have argued about this many times, that why does this evil backlash doesn't always affect the women? It always affects the men that are innocent. I don't know why it's like that, but this is what is obtainable in Africa, especially in West Africa. So it's a very dangerous thing for you to marry a cheating wife, because the the evil of the effects of the cheating doesn't affect the lady, it affects the man. I have seen so many cases of men, they get married to women, and these women are not faithful to them. And these men always have problems in their life, serious problems. They keep having these problems until they break that marriage. Until the cut of the marriage, they will always have problems in their life. So cheating or marrying cheating women is a very big, dangerous thing for African men, especially West Africa. This is what is obtainable. The evil does not affect the woman, it affects the innocent men. I don't know, I've not been able to explain why it's like this. Normally, it's supposed to affect the one that is doing the cheating, but it always affects the men. I don't know why it works like this, but this is what is obtainable. So there have been many cases of men having problems, spiritual problems, just because their wife is cheating. And there have also been many cases whereby the women go and get pregnant and bring the bastard child into the family, and then they deceive the man that this is the child of the man. I have seen so many cases like this. In fact, according to statistics, Nigeria is like the #2 country in the world for unfaithful spouse. This situation whereby so many women will carry children from their former boyfriends into their marital home, and then the man at home will start taking care of these children, thinking they are his children. We have this sort of tradition, I don't know where it came from, or culture, whereby two people will be dating, they have multiple partners. Then when they want to get married, the man will go and have final sex with his girlfriend, the woman will go and have final sex with her boyfriend, then she will get impregnated, then they will carry that pregnancy into the marriage. And even in the marriage, they are still going outside to have sex with their boyfriends. I don't understand this kind of relationship. This is a current thing that is a trend, a very bad trend in Africa now. Now these generations, we call the Indomie generations, they are behaving this way. So there's a lot of bastard children that are around in some parts of Africa now. So we have as a result of this, there's this DNA paternity test that is very, very popular now in West Africa, especially in Nigeria. Most men are now becoming to discover that the children they have been taking care of for years are not actually their children. We have seen so many cases, we see cases like this every day. This is because of the multiple partners that they are having. There are so many bastard children floating around. Most of the time, it is embassies, foreign embassies, that alert the men to these situations, whereby they want to take their children abroad. In order to prove that you are the father of this child, you have to do a DNA paternity test to show that you are connected by blood. Many times when they take these children to the embassy, they do this test, the embassy will discover that they are not the father of the children. This is how many men have come to discover that they are not the father of such children. So for a man that you call yourself is a full-grown man, a spiritual man, you should be able to know if a child is yours or not. Most men, we blame them because if they are not taking their life seriously, these are men that do not take their spiritual life seriously. Most of these men, they are very religious men, they are Christian men, they are blind spiritually. These are the kind of men that this kind of situation happen to, because they don't know anything about spirituality. If you are very, very spiritual active, you should know your own children just by looking at them. So when you see a situation whereby a man takes care of a child for 10, 15 years, 20 years, you don't even know that it's not your child. That man is a very blind man spiritually, a very dull, it's a spiritually dead man. I will say that. So if you have been very active in your spiritual life, you should know your children. One of your deities would have told you that this child is not your own. Okay? But those people, just to know that they are spiritually dead, that's why they fall in that kind of problem. So we have a lot of cases like this in Africa, and we see this all the time. So cheating in Africa is a serious problem, especially if you are married traditionally. The man can go outside, there's no problem. But if the woman starts putting her leg outside, it always affects the life of the man in a negative way. And most times, if the man knows that the woman is cheating and he does not talk, they normally die. They normally don't last. They fall sick and they die. But if they know that the woman is cheating and they talk and they do the cleansing, they do not die. They live on with their life. So if you are having a relationship with a woman, you're an African man, and you know that your wife is cheating and you do not talk, your life is at risk. They need to really address the issue. You call the elders, they need to do a meeting, then they need to do cleansing to make it stop, because it's a very bad thing. And most of the times when these women cheat, they bring in bastard children into the home. So there's a good reason that when we that do spiritual work, we always ask, when you want to do oracle checking, we normally do not ask for the father's name of the person. We always ask for the mother's name, because we have come to discover sometimes that when somebody submits their father's name, you will discover that when you're trying to consult the oracle to trace the origin, the spiritual deities of the person, you will discover that they are not responding. So a lot of spiritualists, good spiritualists, will know that this person, this man is calling his father. It's not their father, but they don't know. But you cannot tell them that, because that is a very serious thing. To just tell somebody that this person may not be your father is a big thing. So most times we ask for the mother's name, because we know that your mother is a sure mother. So the deities we connect with will be from the mother side. And the mothers always know who is the real father of the child. There's a lot of secret flying around. So you don't want to be in a situation to say something that will cause problems for somebody's life. So better you ask for the mother's name so that you can trace it from that side, because a lot of times people have gone to oracle, gone to the spiritualist house to trace problems. That is the place that they discovered that the person they have been calling father is not their real father, or that somebody that they have been calling their child is not their real child. That is where the spirit will tell them that this person does not have no blood connection to you. They discover these things. So I have seen cases like this, whereby somebody bring their father's name and it's not their father. But how do I tell the person this thing? I cannot tell them when you do this spiritual work, you have to keep a lot of secrets. You have to be very, very confidential. And that is what we do. You have to also be a psychologist as well. So you have to be very careful the kind of things you say. A very serious issue. So there's a reason we always demand for mother's name, not father's name, to make things go smoothly. There's a lot of cases of bastard children floating around all over the world. We don't know the end. I will never see the end of this kind of thing. So that is on the topic of cheating and interest in African culture and African spirituality, the negative effects of interest and cheating sports in African practices. So this is my take on this very topic. Questions and comments are welcome once again. Please like and share this video. Subscribe to my channel. If you are interested in learning more about African spirituality, you can check my website www.kindoki.net, where I teach African spirituality. I go deep into the details so you can know how to practice it for yourself and take advantage of it. So I'm very happy that those that have been watching me, supporting my channel, I thank you very much for your support and for being here. And pray that the ancestors continue to guide you. And I'll be seeing you in the next video. Brekete, nice to see you here. Donovan Okun, very happy to see you here. Tumelu from South Africa, very happy to see you here. It's a pleasure. I hope you guys are keeping it real. And more power to you. So I'll be seeing you in the next video. Take care and bye. Peace.